Barry, and so is my wife. I'd like to thank Anne for her very kind words and welcoming me into the family. Didn't take long, did it? I will always look after your daughter to the best of my...
Have a drink.
Have a drink. I'd like to note a few people who aren't here today. Certainly two of those people are my grandparents, who were really instrumental in bringing up both my brother and I. We spent a lot of time at the vicarage with them after school and all that sort of thing. And I know that they'd be looking down today being very proud and really happy that I've got such a wonderful bride. I'd also like to mention my cousin Gemma and Gavin, who were unfortunately unable to make it today. They're sorely missed. My father's cousin Diana and her husband Dick, who are over in the States. Dan and Viv, who are down in South Africa. Dave and Gina, who have imminent birthhood coming upon them. And Helen and Nick, who got married a couple of weeks ago and are now somewhere in Alaska, fending off bears and all sorts of things. So please raise your glasses to absent friends. There's a few of those, so we'll all be all right. I'd like to add our thanks to my mother and father, and to Dorothy and Brian for all of their help in the flowers. And somewhere.
I'll do something.
And also to add our thanks to Fiona and Andrew for the beautiful flowers here and the bottom halls. Are you going to go all the way through?
Yeah.
All right, just going all the way through. And the bridesmaids, and Lauren and Ali, and my ushers, Camilla and Tessa, for their wonderful readings in the church, which they chose themselves, which were really lovely. To our families as a whole, and to all of the people who have helped out with the fete today, thank you very much. It really couldn't have been the day that it has been without you. I'd like to also thank Scott Butler, the Colonel, for organising an amazing stag weekend. I'm not entirely certain whether or not to thank Giles, because I'm not entirely certain what's behind the net curtains. But I would like to thank Giles for his help and support through the last 20 odd years that we've known each other. And so I'd like to ask you all to raise your glasses again to the Wedding Fairies Helpers.
Fairies helpers.
I think I hope you will all agree. It's been a wonderful day, and for us it has been a wonderful year. But it hasn't been a wonderful year for only us. It's also a wonderful year for my cousin Booth and Will, who are getting married later in the year. To Helen and Nick, who have just got married in June. To Tom and Carrie, who have also just got married in May, to Gemma and Gavin, who are getting married and having children, to Gemma and Julian, who have also just had a baby, and Kirsty and Nigel, who have got the evidence with them. So again, you can see where my speech is going, really, can't you? It's all about getting the beers in. So please, yet another toast for a wonderful year, for wonderful people. For me, it's been a wonderful year because of one person. And I think you'll all agree. That's you? Talking about you? Yeah? I think you'll all agree that she looks absolutely stunningly beautiful today. Now, when we first met, we met at an army ball where we were invited by Tom and Will, respectively. And we ended up sitting on the same table together. And Jacinta introduced herself to me as an impressionator. Now, I have to say, having asked her to do an impression, putting her on the spot, I'll grant, she didn't come up with anything at the time, and hasn't actually done anything similar, to be fair. But it has to be said that she certainly made an impression on me. See what I did there? Come on. I'm also available for greeting cards. We have different ideas and different ways of doing things, and I think that we complement each other. And we were saying only yesterday that it really is always better when we are together, and hopefully we will be so for a very long time. And over the last 4 years, I think we've really shown each other how much we love each other and how much we will love each other for the years to come. So, another toast. My beautiful wife, Jacinta. Oh, we're not done yet. Go on. Now, it's obviously the traditional role of the groom is to talk about the bridesmaids. Strange traditions, but there we are. Debs and Caroline and Saskia and Phoebe, all of whom are looking absolutely beautiful today. I've lost half of them, but there we go. Didn't expect to get booted at a wedding, did you? I'd like to thank you all for your amazing support for Jacinta over the years and recent weeks. I've completely lost you. I think it's been an amazing amount of support that you've provided both to Jacinta and to me, and we've come a long way from the initial threats of physical violence if I ever upset Jacinta. Which is a good thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please could I have your final toast to the bridesmaids? With some trepidation, I hand you over to the best man.